Hey everyone, Frugal Panda here, up here at Olympia, Washington, the state capital of, well, Washington. So, yeah, beautiful campus, all that good stuff. Having a great time up here. Washington is a very beautiful state, very green. So coming to Olympia, Washington was really about getting coffee. There was a place I wanted to go check out, Olympia Coffee Roasters, I believe it was. I wanted to check out that place and have coffee there. So it was one of the reasons. But of course, I stopped by the Capitol building, walked around real quick. It was a perfect October day. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like October 7th or 8th or something like that, 2022, that I actually visited. Beautiful, beautiful day. So, anyway, going down here, I realized I was in historic downtown Olympia. And so I said, why not just shoot a video? I wasn't really planning on doing a video, but I said, why not? Because somebody out there, I'm sure, is interested in Olympia, Washington. You know, Olympia, Washington is one of the smaller state capitals in the country. They're a lot smaller than the majority of state capitals out there. I think one about the size of this would be Wyoming state capital, also is fairly small. But don't let that fool you about Olympia. Olympia's population is around 55 to 60,000 people, give or take. Now, with that being said, it does not feel like a 55 to 60,000 population city, and it is not. The metro area is actually around 300,000 people in the total metro area, even though the city itself is around 50K or so people. And it feels like a much larger city in regards to it just feels like it's very hustle and bustle, but not in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. Don't take that as like it's like the grind, like Seattle, LA, Denver, places like that. No, not like that. But it feels like a fairly large city. The historic downtown is super cute, a lot of potential, a lot of cool little businesses down here. It's they had a lot of places to go check out, little shops to go shop at. It was actually really easy to navigate, and I really like that about cities is when they're easy to navigate, like certain areas, like the downtown, such as I'm showing right here. There was no problems getting around the historic downtown. Parking was no problem. I think they had I want to say a 2 hour maximum, but it was fairly cheap. It wasn't as expensive, I believe, as like Tacoma or Seattle when you had to pay to park. And if I really looked around, I'm sure I could have found somewhere else to park. But I don't know this area like that, so I'm not going to park on some random street or anything and, your car get vandalized or something. Because let's be honest, Washington State, the same as Colorado where I'm at, and Oregon, California, and places, there's a homeless problem. So you never know. So you want to make sure. So I wanted to park somewhere where my car could be seen and, is less likely to get broken into. Because I was traveling from Portland, where I had just been staying for a few days, to Seattle. And of course, Olympia's on the way. So I still had my e-bike in the car, and, all my stuff, even though I keep my windows covered. So it looks like it's more tinted, but you can't see in. And I also have like a black, like a motorcycle cover that goes over it, so it makes it even look darker, so you wouldn't even know what it is in there, so that was definitely a plus. So anyway, what I really like I said, about this city is it's very easy to navigate. The downtown, the historic downtown, is super cute. The Capitol building is really nice and very well kept, and love the fountains and all that good stuff. There was people walking around. It was pretty peaceful. You'd see people walking all around the historic downtown. But there wasn't any huge crowds like that down here. But like I said, there's tons of places to shop. And I tried to get as much video as I could walking around, just to show you the different areas of the historic downtown. And I had no problems parking. For everyone out there that's curious about that, because I know for a lot of people that's pretty stressful, including me at times, is trying to find a place to actually park. Now, homeless within the area, I did see homeless people around and stuff, but I didn't see like tents or anything on the sidewalks. And the ones you would see out, there wasn't, it was so few and far in between, but they were down here. But I also wonder, if the homeless population in this area is kept down, because also the police department, I believe this could be the sheriff's department, is actually located in historic downtown too. So their main building is like located down here too. So I wonder if that plays a part. I want to say there was a street where I did see like tents and stuff, but I don't want to tell a fib on that. I just can't remember because I've went to so many cities, and there's usually a city, I mean, there's usually a street where they're lined up at, like that's where you'll see all the vans and the RVs and, the tents and stuff. So I'm not really for sure if it was here. That could have been Ballard. It could have been Tacoma. It could have been a variety of places I actually visited that usually have this at one street. But and also as far as safety in this area, you shouldn't have to, you have no worries about safety in this area. It was nice. It was chill. Everyone was fine. Diversity, yes, it was diverse. I know the percentage when you look at the demographics online is going to look lower, but no, I saw all types of people out walking around. I saw people clearly out on their like couples dates and stuff like that walking around. So it was plenty diverse here. My comfort level, as it is in most places I go to, it was great. I really enjoyed my time here. I didn't take any videos of the actual neighborhoods. I've been to the neighborhoods the last time I was here, and what I remember about the neighborhoods in Olympia was super cute houses, well groomed and maintained. It's actually a really nice smaller city. It's probably a city I recommend for people that you got young kids, or you're wanting to, and you don't even have young kids. You got kids and you want to move and have a little bit slower pace of life, but also be near civilization and live in a city that has all the amenities that you need and you expect out of a larger city. So definitely that. And, maybe older couples or just people that want to slow it down a little bit, but don't want it down to a crawl, then this would probably be a perfect place for you. Could I see myself living here? Yeah, there's always the possibility. What I like about it is it's got everything I need. It's close enough that I can get to Seattle and to major cities pretty fast, but also you don't got big city problems. And everyone out there who's adult knows those big city problems. So the crime, I'm sure is lower. I looked up the education levels. It's got a pretty high education level. It's like 20% or so for people with like master's degrees, 26% I want to say with bachelors, and about 10% with associates. So it's a very educated population that lives here. And honestly, I like this little city. It's a really cute little city, to be honest with you. I'd recommend coming and checking it out. Rent a hotel or something for a day and go around, go check out some of these cool little antique shops and little stores they have downtown. Go out to eat. Olympia coffee roasting was excellent. Their coffee was really great. If when I come back to Olympia, I'll definitely stop by there again and get another cup of coffee. The whole vibe in there was great. Wi-Fi wasn't that good, but hey, I had 5G on my phone, so I was good because I was kept trying to upload a video. As you can see, look at the weather, how clear it is outside, how blue it is, and how green the trees are. So it took all my might not to actually grab a bite to eat while I was here, but I knew I was going to Seattle and I wanted to eat there, but I said I couldn't make it through here without getting coffee first. But as you can see, there's no problems. Crossing the street was no issues, no problems. You don't have to worry about getting ran over. People are pretty polite. Yeah, I'd see people walking around. Everyone was nice, seemed to be in good moods. No issues finding this place. If you want to find historic downtown too, the easiest way to find it, instead of putting your Google Maps for historic downtown Olympia, is just find a business. That's what I do. So I knew about Olympia coffee roasting. And honestly, once I put that in, it took me exactly to it. I parked and I realized I was in historic downtown Olympia, Washington. And so I was like, oh, that's perfect. So let me go ahead and make a video. So anyway, this is my video on that. I hope this is, helps someone out there who's interested in this part of the country, because Olympia, I think, is a forgotten capital for a lot of people. Because when you think of Washington State, for people that don't live in Washington, what do we think of? Well, we think of Seattle. That's what you think of. You think of Seattle. When you think of Oregon, do you really think of Salem? Probably not. You think of Portland, you know. So, but it's definitely a capital I would go visit, go check out it, just because of the size of it, how small it is, but how bustling and it is, and how honestly how successful it looks for its size really surprised me. Great times. It was really great times, everyone. Look at this store, Dumpster Values. I went in there. It was actually pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, everyone, this is Frugal Panda. I want to thank everyone for watching my videos, and I really enjoy making videos, and honestly, that's how I got a lot of ideas for different places I go to, was YouTube and people going out there and visiting places. And I'll tell anyone out there, I don't care your background, where you're from, what you look like, get out there and explore. You'll be surprised on what's out there. And once you get that travel bug, it's hard to get it out of your system, because you want to go see out, you want to see new places, you want to check out new things. And it really does help us, learn more about the world and interact with our fellow human beings. Anyway, thanks everyone. Get out there and explore and have fun. Frugal Panda out.